Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp. I am back finally. It's been quite a while since I've done a video. November is usually a very busy month for me. We have on stage, and then I have a convention that I have to go, or not really a convention, but a seminar that I have to go to every year for my job. So I'm going for the whole weekend for that. And then there's Thanksgiving, and it's always just a really busy month for me, and I don't get a lot done as far as videos go. But I do have a craft fair that is coming up next weekend, and I made a bunch of these gift card holders. So you just slip your gift card in here. It's nice and roomy, so you could put some, a few dollars in here. So I thought that I would show you how I made these. Now, I did get this idea from, I think it's Stamp with Amy. But what I figured out is how to cut the cardstock so you can get the most out of the less waste out of your cardstock as possible. So these are the ones that I have made so far. I am going to make a couple more. I was at a craft fair a couple weeks ago, didn't do so well, so I have everything left over from that. But I did want to make just a couple more things that I thought hopefully will sell. This is an annual craft sale that it goes on with the school that I work for, so I know lots of people do attend this, so hopefully I will have a good turnout. Okay, so I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna show you how to cut your cardstock so you can get 1.5 to 2 out of, I'll explain it. All right, so you're gonna need a piece of crumb cake, and I'm using our 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. And go in the other room, please. All right, so I'm gonna bring in our trimmer, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this piece of cardstock to, get my measurements out here. So this piece of cardstock needs to measure, I have the 8.5 at the top, and I'm going to cut that at 7 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to cut that at 7 1/4. This is going to be my belly band for one of my, gift card holders. So you will need one more piece that is 1 1/4 by 11 for your second one. But as far as waste for this one, for this piece, you are going to get 2 gift card holders without the belly band out of one sheet of this paper. So now I've turned it on the longer side, and I'm going to cut this at 5. And I'm going to cut it again at 5. So essentially, this is the only waste that you're going to have in making 2 gift card holders and 1 belly band. You're just going to need another piece of this to make, I take that back. You're going to have this piece, and you're going to have this piece. That's what your waste is going to be on one sheet of 11 by 8.5 piece of cardstock. Now this piece right here is 1 1 1/4. 1 1/4 or 1 1/2? A little over 1 1/4. So 1 3/8 by 8. If you're just cutting up pieces of paper. I hope I didn't totally mess you up with that. So let's put this back together here. All right. Okay, so this is your 8.5 by 11 piece of of cardstock. You're going to take it on the 8.5-inch side, and you're going to cut that at 7 1/4. So that takes this piece off right here. You're going to turn it one turn. You're going to cut at 5. You're going to cut at 5. This is going to be left over. Then you're going to take your belly band. You're going to cut off 3 inches. So this is what's left, and this is going to be your belly band. So this is what you're going to need, and you're going to get 2 gift card holders and 1 belly band out of this piece of cardstock. Okay? All right, so now for your piece of designer series paper. Now I was trying to get the most out of the designer series paper, also because this is a 6x6 piece. Now of course you can use your 12x12 pieces, but this is the paper that I wanted to use, so I was trying to get the most out of this 6x6 piece. So you're going to take your 6x6 piece of designer series paper, and you're going to put that in, and you're going to cut that at 4 7/8. So this is 4 7/8. This piece right here you're going to use for your belly band. So you need this. Don't get rid of it. Then you're going to turn it one turn, and the first cut is going to be at 1 7/8. So I'm going to put that at 1 7/8. And then the next cut is going to be 1 5/8. Okay? So 1 5/8. Now you're going to be able to get another cut out of this for your second gift card. So don't get rid of this. You can use it, and then you're going to need another sheet of 6x6 and just cut it the same way, except you're going to be able to get one out of here. Okay, so these two I need for my front of my gift card holder. All right, so I'm gonna set all those aside right here. I'm gonna take one of my pieces. I'm only gonna make one right now. I'm gonna take one of my pieces. I'm gonna take my Simply Scored, and I am going to score that at, and this is on the 7 1/4 inch side. On the 7 1/4 inch side, I'm going to score at 1 3/4 and 5 1/4. All right. I'm going to bring in my belly band, and that I'm going to score at 2 1/2 and 6 1/8. All right. So I'm going to take this, and we're going to fold this on the score lines, and make sure you pay attention to your sides here. One side is bigger and one side is smaller. You want the smaller part on the bottom. So I'm going to take the piece of designer series paper that is 1 5/8 wide, and that's going to go on the bottom. So it's 1 5/8 by 4 7/8. And that's going to go right down here at the bottom. All right, and then the top is 1 7/8 by 4 7/8. And then that's going to go at the top. All right. Okay, so this is the bottom. The smaller piece is at the bottom. I'm going to take a 1-inch circle punch, and I'm just going to make a little notch in the middle. This is totally optional. Makes it easier to get the gift card out. All right, I'm going to take some tear and tape. You want to use strong adhesive on here. I have got such a mess on my desk from everything that I am doing. Where is my tear and tape? All right, I will just use, I'm going to use some fast fuse, but you want to use something strong. You just don't want to use snail because they're going to be, if this gets reused, they're going to be pulling this in and out. All right, so tear and tape right here, or in this case I'm using my fast fuse, and you're going to just fold that up. So it's just going to look like this, and you're going to be able to get your gift card holder, your gift card right in there, just like that. All right, now I'm going to take my belly band. Now, remember I've scored this at 2.5 and 6 1/4. I'm going to take this piece of DSP, and as you can see, it doesn't fit on here, but these are going to be covered up, so it doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to see that. I did the same exact thing on these, and you can't see it. So I just I just used it, less waste that way. So I'm going to take my glue. And I am going to just kind of center it in the middle, and it doesn't even really have to be centered, but just so that when you fold it up, you have the negative, the pieces that aren't decorated in the middle. So I'm just going to take my my ruler here and my bone folder, and I'm just going to reinforce this crease that I made on the designer series, over the designer series paper. You could certainly put this back in your scoring tool, but you don't have to. All right, so now I'm just going to fold this up. Make sure you get a good crease on here. Same on this side. And see, this is where we're going to put our little medallion in the middle here, so you're not even going to be able to see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of, I would use my tear and tape again. I'm just going to use my fast fuse. I'm going to put some at the top of this one and at the top of this one. And then just fold those together. All right. And now let's do a little bit of stamping here. I am using So Many Stars. I'm using the Joy out of the So Many Stars. And Itty Bitty Christmas, I'm using Celebrate the Season and the To and From. All right, so I'm going to take my Poppy Parade, and I have cut a circle with my stitched shapes. I've used the second to the smallest circle, and then I have used the stitched rectangles for this part, and I have used the fourth from the smallest stitched rectangle. All right, so I'm going to take the Joy with my Poppy Parade, and this is very vanilla. I'm going to bring this down here so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to give that a good press, and I'm going to let it soak into the paper. Make sure I get a good image. All right. Then I'm going to take my Celebrate the Season, and I'm going to ink that up in my Poppy Parade also. And that's going to go at the top of my rectangle here. All right. I'm going to close this up so I don't get my fingers in it. Then I'm going to take my crumb cake, and I'm going to use the to and from. And I'm going to put that just right below the Celebrate the Season, right there. All right. All right, so now I'm going to take a piece of Poppy Parade and my 2-inch circle punch, and I'm just going to cut out a circle. Let's get some glue here. And I'll just put some glue on the back of this. Make sure I get that centered. Alright. And then that you can either put on with some dimensionals. I'm just going to use my fast fuse here. Put my fast fuse right here. And I'm going to center that. Over here. I'm going to take my little rectangle here. That's going to go on the inside so that you can write your to and from on here. So that's going to go right like that, right on here. Let's put our belly band on. Now you could have always flipped this over and used the opposite side so that they don't match. I did that on some. Let's see. I think I matched some. Yep. And this one I matched the paper, so you can do it however you want to. This one, let's see. I guess I will just put one of our star designer elements off to the side, which you could put rhinestones. You could do whatever you want just to give it a little bling there. All right, so that's going to go there. And then that's it. It's pretty simple if you ask me. I made quite a few in an hour the other day, so I was quite happy with that. So there's that one, and here are all of the other ones that I made. These are all using the Designer Series paper stack. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that, didn't I? These are all using the Designer Series paper stack Night Before Christmas, the 6x6. Except for this, the Brightly Gleaming. I know, unfortunately, the Brightly Gleaming is out. That is, you can't order that one anymore. That one sold so well, it's all gone. They won't get any before the catalog. They couldn't make any more before the catalog got done, so they are not reordering that one. But the rest of these are out of the Night Before 6x6 stack. So I hope that inspires you to make your own gift card holders, because it's really quite simple. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. And all supplies, except for this Designer Series paper, can be purchased through my online store at happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.